Hello guys, we're going to start here in just a minute. Just going to share the link here. Alright. Another 10 matches today. Let's see. Opener can be, let's see. Oh, Brad still has 4, so we'll definitely... Eric still has 4 too, so I wonder if... Alright, we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone here. We'll have those 2 open things up here. Shit. I forgot about the music. Got too focused on starting. I didn't do that yesterday. Yesterday I was able to... get it first time around.
Fight!
Big counter. Body slam from Eric there. Some more choking. Getting put up top already. Oh, wicked German. Ooh. Big maneuver. Oh, bookend. In front of the stand. Oh, big maneuver. Almost had him. Roll up.
1, 2.
Oh, dragon clutch. There comes Scream to help him out.
Yeah. 1, yeah. 2, 3.
Oh, just in time.
1.
Back suplex.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, Wilder's now busted open. Oh, Angel of Death there.
1, 2, 3.
Alright. Eric with the win there. Now for the second match here. Let's see. Yeah. Not a lot left in this bracket here. Let's do, we'll do Shalabay and Gridiron here. That's what we'll do here. Oh, boot to the face there. Murder knees. Try to. Oh. Counter. Counter. Oh, gets him a scissor choke sleeper. Probably breaks out of it. Oh, truth teller right there. Shallboy trying to finish this early. Oh, and he does. Wow. Shallboy will able to go home early and do more truth video stuff. Let's see who we got for the next one here. 2, 3, 3, 3, 1. 1, 3, 3, 3. So most is 3. So let's get DPS a match here. Hasn't faced off against Heretic. Or Green Magic. Let's do William Mack and DPS. See how that one goes. I should save.
Fight!
Larry, clothesline there.
Yeah. One. Yeah. Two. Three.
Ooh, Stinger Splash. Roll up.
Yeah.
Sharpshooter. Counter Irish Whip. Bear Hug. Oh, I almost had him early on. Oh, Iron Claw Slam. Bloodless DDT. Oh, here comes Eric to help out. Ooh. Oh, going for the Angel of Death. Oh. Alright. Let's see the B bracket here. Three, two, three, two, two, three, two, three, two. Okay, so well, let's do some inner stable action here. Sasha and Cassandra. Let's see how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the counter.
Yeah. 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 One. Two. Right.
They left German. Only gets one there.
Yeah.
Oh, gets him an armbar.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, he got critical. The Ring of Thunder just got Sasha critical there. Let's see, we'll do Debo and Workhorse, we'll do that one here. Thanks, Rawson. I know SummerSlam's today. I plan on watching it myself. But I have hope that it'll be a decent event. The last events from WWE pay-per-view wise have been pretty solid, but both them and AEW right now are kind of in a weird place. I don't know which is better off. It's between WWE's Vince McMahon debacle that they're going through with all that, and AEW, like, the media scrum and all that happened, like, last year. Like, it definitely, I felt like both companies just kind of were given a sour taste. And I think nowadays, I think WWE, I would dare say they're slightly better off, only because I feel like despite everything, I feel like they've been able to find more gems, and they're finally cashing in on some of the build stuff they've been building towards. Like the Judgment Day is more award-winning now. LA Knight, hopefully something's gonna happen to him tonight. If he doesn't win tonight, then I think that'll be a legit problem. The Jay Roman Reigns match tonight. This is a time where I feel I would like to see Jay beat him tonight, in my opinion. I think that's the way to go about it, because here's the thing. Like, in my opinion, when it comes to like the WWE Championship that Roman has, like, there's only really two people on the roster that deserve that title, and it's either Cody Rhodes or Jay. But however, I think if you want the title to gain importance again, I think Cody should be the one to have it. But he's not due. But he's not due for that stuff till WrestleMania 40 again. So, to be honest, I say Jay beating Roman for the title will mean great, but I don't think Cody needs to beat Roman for the title. I think Cody winning the title is more important than who he beats for it. But I feel like the storyline will have a better conclusion if Jay beats him, because it all started with Roman versus Jay, so it should end with it. And I'm fine with that, even though I think he should have lost to WrestleMania 39. Because in all honesty, all the storyline shit, they could have done all this without the titles involved. In my opinion, they don't need the titles for all this stuff. And plus, if you look at what they have going, Roman isn't really booked for anything major after SummerSlam. So he's either losing tonight, or that WWE title's going to be frozen on a shelf for another 6 months until WrestleMania 40 again. Because they're not going to have him lose any time between now and WrestleMania. Because after this, the next major one's Survivor Series. Oh, look at Debo here. Suicide dive to the outside. Hard punch. Oh, Debo taps. Had some quick matches today. I don't mind quick matches. You can still get quality with that. Alright, half the events. We got another 5 matches to go here. Alright, let's see. We already seen Shala, so we can't do Dime. Davis, we already seen Gridiron. Who else can he go against? Commander K? Okay, we can do that. But yeah, but like I was saying, between those two promotions, wrestling's kind of has a weird taste right now. But like I said, I think WWE's a little better off because they got a lot more hope stuff going on. But AEW, they're not in a bad spot either at this point, but I think AEW's biggest challenge right now is trying to find... And it's always been a challenge for them. It's the story stuff. I mean, they put together great matches, but they don't have anything connecting with it. And I think a problem with that too is the fact that I think they're just struggling in booking guys for rivalry stuff. I think I think outside of like, because MJF to me, no question, MJF's their guy. Like at this point, like he has no business losing that title unless it's to somebody that's going to be on par with them and everything. And so far, the closest to that right now, it looks like it's Adam Cole and what they're doing together with Adam Cole and MJF. I mean, there's other guys in a roster that can be AEW champion, but they're not given that time yet. Like they're not given the story elements for it. And I think why WWE is succeeding as well as they're doing now is because of intrigue. They got the intrigue going. They got people in positions that you're invested in. Like you're invested in the Judgment Day. You're invested in seeing how everything's gonna go with them. You're invested in the Gunther IC title ring. You're in, like that's a cool thing about Gunther, and this is the difference between. Because title lane, that's the thing, because when I criticize Roman having the belt for so long, and I've talked about it a gajillion times before on streams, and it's definitely a broken record, but the frequency of the title defenses and everything makes a difference. What made Gunther's reign so much more than Roman's reign, no pun intended, is really, in all honesty, is the fact that he just strung together a lot of great matches with various opponents across the year. And I feel like if Davis lining up for a big spine buster. But here's the thing with Gunther, because Gunther's defending the IC title tonight against McIntyre. I think tonight would be a good night for him to lose that IC title to McIntyre. McIntyre needs something to go off of, and I feel like Gunther. I think Gunther's already broken the record. I don't think he needs like to keep the belt any longer. I think the belt's prestige has been improved tenfold. The mid-card titles have benefited a lot during the course of Roman's stranglehold on the belt before they reformatted everything. I see this pay-per-view as the night of title changes. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we see all the titles change hands tonight, in all honesty. Because, twist of fate there. Because every single, like, US title's definitely gonna get a new one. I feel like it is. Gunther, there's a chance Gunther could retain, but I think McIntyre could take it. The world title with Rollins and Baylor, I think Rollins could lose tonight, but I don't know if it'll be Baylor. I can see a Priest cashing in, because they've been building that up for a little bit and teasing that. And I think tonight, if it's not cashed in, if Rollins does retain, I think we will start seeing a legit fracture in the Judgment Day. I think they've been building toward that for a bit. And I think SummerSlam's the pay-per-view to do that if you're going to do that. Davis wins with the crossbody. Let's see. Slapshot needs to have a match here. We'll save that LGC one for later. I haven't seen Green Magic yet, so we'll do that one. And I'm trying to think. What other belts are up for tonight? Oh, and like I'm thinking Jay's gonna beat Roman tonight. I think that's what's gonna happen because because if the WWE Championship is going to be exclusive on SmackDown, SmackDown can't afford to have somebody gone for another 6 months without the title not competing or anything. I don't think... Yeah, I mean, you could dedicate that time to build Cody against Roman again, I guess, but even then, I don't know. It's hard to say. Like I said, I think Cody winning the belt will mean more than Jay winning the belt, but I think Jay beating Roman will mean more in the story than Cody beating Roman. So the way I think of it is, I think in terms of the Bloodline story in general, I think Jay beating him is the way to go. But in terms of Cody's story, I think WrestleMania 40 is the time to do it. And I don't think it matters who has the belt by then, because it's going to be Cody the one that's going to be winning it. So, and to be honest, I think Jay winning that title, I mean, he can do a lot with that title in 6 months if he defends it regularly and starts rivaling with Cody a little bit. I see that as the way to go, in my opinion. But we'll just have to see. It is going to be an interesting night. And the Women's Championship, because Asuka has it in a triple threat. That's an interesting one, because I don't really want to see Charlotte get it again, and I think people can agree that they don't really want to. I think people are kind of ready for Charlotte not to be a title contender all the freaking time. Bianca winning it back, but doing it in a way that makes her more heelish would be interesting. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm ready to see Asuka lose it. Out of all the title matches tonight, that's really the one that I feel like is most likely to have a retention despite it being a triple threat, because Asuka having that belt, I feel like you could do a lot with that, and I don't know if they're quite ready yet to pull that trigger. I will say though, having the tag belts, the tag belts, I don't know, WWE's treatment of tag titles and all that has definitely felt kind of secondary. And to be honest, I'm kind of at a point where I feel like their tag division's starting to take a huge back seat right now, which I don't mind. I mean, I know a lot of people on the channel love the tag wrestling, and I like tag stuff too, but I definitely get what WWE's thing with tag as opposed to singles matches. And I just think that, and it shows, because their tag division's weak as hell at this point. And I don't think they have the tag teams to support 2 tag titles. I think their tag division needs to be a singular tag thing, and I think it needs to be an inner show thing. But we'll have to see. From what I heard, Kevin Owens is hurt right now. That's why they had to slow down on the tag stuff with him and Sammy. So we'll just have to see how things go with that. But I think they're kind of building a tag team up. Either Alpha Academy or the newer one. The 2 guys from the British guys with long hair. I forgot their names. But those 2 guys have potential to be a pretty big tag team. So I think that would be a good one to go with. The Viking Raiders, I don't know, they're kind of in mid to lower card hell right now. There's not really a whole lot being done with them outside of their feud right now with Alpha Academy. I'm trying to think. I have seen some interesting things regarding the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley as Hurt Business 2.0. That'd be interesting and fun to see. I could get behind that for sure. But here's the thing, if you're going to have tag teams and tag matches, those tag titles have to be used up. And right now they're kind of not. So I feel like Sammy and Owens, I think they had a good run with it, but I think it is time for some new blood to get with those belts, especially if they're gonna, because the biggest thing is, are they gonna unify those belts, or are they gonna divide them up again? Because, to be honest, as it stands, like I said, I don't see them... I don't think either show is strong enough to have its own tag division. I think they need to build up more tag teams if they're going to do that. But I don't see that because right now, even though they're doing the roster split and the belt split and all that, they don't exactly have, like, a huge roster. Like, unlike AEW, which roster is massive. Oh, a Dude Buster. Ooh. I'm doing good, Eli. How you doing? That's good. Spine Buster. Oh, up top. A counter. Ooh, big maneuver. Steiner recliner. Oh, and he taps. Wow, Slapshot wins with his Steiner recliner. Well, if Activision got them, then they can be. I mean, to be honest, PlayStation hasn't done shit with Crash and Spyro individually since the late 90s, early 2000s. They really haven't. So, them becoming exclusive on a platform, I personally wouldn't mind, because then it means that they're being treated special. And that's the thing, too. I know a lot of people don't like console exclusives, but I legit believe console exclusives are important and should be encouraged because at this point, with the way tech is, that's really the only way for consoles to stand out. I mean, if you take away that, then what's the point of having different consoles then? Like, if they're all, like, pretty much the same. And here's the thing, too. One of the biggest reasons I got the PS4 I have now was because there were games on there that could only play on PlayStation, PS4. That's kind of what drives a lot of stuff. So, I mean, I don't know if they'll make them exclusive, those two specifically exclusive. They could make a deal, but at this point, with the way things are, I can see it happening. Of course, if you have a PlayStation and you're a fan of those, it would suck, but we'll just have to see. Yeah, it does, especially nowadays. I mean, back in the day, you could advertise other things because there were legit differences. Like a PS2 was way different than a PS4. Not PS4, an Xbox or a GameCube. There were legit differences that you could advertise outside of games, but nowadays that's not the case. I mean, yeah, the UI can vary, but overall, there's just not a lot of selling points anymore. There just isn't. I do have Mason Victoria. There we go. We'll do that. But yeah, also more TWN updates. 2 new promotions being added. That's in the works. I plan on TWN Season 6 is going to probably be starting pretty soon. The League Open to this is going to be concluding, like, very soon, like, the bracket stuff. The tournament stuff will be handled at the Clash of the Titans 2 pay-per-view event. That'll be on the 16th. And then the TWN pay-per-view, that'll be the day before or after that, roughly. And I plan on starting Season 6 probably a little bit before, a little bit after that. And as usual, of course, YWA participants, people are welcome to participate in the YWA stuff. Starting with Season 6, YWA is going to be kind of like a minor league for TWN, so what that means is if you're a participant in YWA stuff, there's potential to, like, extend YWA and try to get on a TWN roster where you'll compete against real-based wrestlers like the Bam Bam Bigelows, the Triple H's, the Steve Austins, and all that stuff. So... and you can do that as well as maybe even put together your own promotion as well with wrestlers. So there's already guys that have that already. So if anyone's interested in that, do let me know. YWA wise, new membership, that'll probably start happening after the League Open concludes, which will be pretty soon. We don't have a lot of matches left. Crash and Spiral became... yeah, those... yeah, the Crash and Spiral games on after they went multi-platform, they didn't hold up well, especially Spiral. I think Crash was able to sneak in a gem there and there, but overall they just weren't really that consistent. Yeah, I mean, it depends, because here's the thing, like, this new generation of consoles has kind of been kind of sucky. And not because the tech's bad necessarily, there's just no games. Like, Xbox and PlayStation both, they just haven't really... oh, a stunner! They haven't just released barely anything. Maybe PlayStation, I don't know, and even PlayStation, which PS4 they killed with exclusives, even they kind of lack this generation. And Xbox bought all these companies for these gaming companies to get all these big-ass exclusives, and they haven't done anything with them. I know there was announcements and stuff, but we haven't seen anything yet. So, I don't know. I kind of feel like that this generation... because 2026 is when the next generation's gonna come out. I mean, we're already, like, halfway through the next gen. And how many of us can say that it's been life-breaking? I mean, it really hasn't. I mean, the PS4 generation, even though it was incredibly lopsided, that still ushered innovation. That still ushered life-changing games for a lot of people. And I don't see this generation as having the same impact at all. I just feel like by the time the PS6 or whatever Xbox console come out in 2026, we're gonna look back on this generation. It's just gonna be a whole bunch of nothing. Oh, Jester coming down to interfere. Oh, Joke Driver. Hug and Death Grip. Mason with the win there. Yeah, there are certain games where they will be like multi-exclusive. Like Call of Duty is a big one. Yeah, Bethesda's kind of weird because when Bethesda was bought by Xbox, they still had contracts with PlayStation for certain things, but they will eventually become all exclusive. I kind of forgot the amount of companies that Microsoft owns that can and will be exclusive eventually, but it's a decent amount. Alright, 2 more matches here. Let's see. Micropoly, yeah. Let's get Eli and Sammy Smith. Let's do that since you're in the chat here. Yeah. Yeah, we'll just have to see what happens in the next few years, because, yeah, Diablo was pretty big, but that game took 10 years to come out, like, because the original well, maybe not 10 years, but, I forgot when Diablo 3 came out. I think it was like '08. No, not 10 years, it was like 15 roughly between the two. Or something along those lines. I mean, that's insanity for a game to take that long to come out. And what's crazy is, now that Diablo 4 is out, when is Diablo 5 going to come out? Is it still going to be another 15 years before we see another Diablo game? I mean, that level of sanity is like crazy to me for that long of a wait for a game like that. I just feel like that's just so long. Like, granted, I don't believe in yearly releases anymore, but at the same time, I also don't think you need to wait 15 to 20 years to release another installment to a video game. That's almost insulting. In all honesty. Well, PC, not to be someone that sounds kind of uppity about it, but I don't really count PC as like a multi-system, because PC isn't really a video game system. It's really more than a video game system. It's like a multi-thing. So if something's on PS4 and PC, or Xbox and PC, for example, I still count it as an exclusive because PC is a niche thing. Right. Well, here's the thing. Despite everything, Sony still dominates in sales against Xbox. That's the thing. So, they're still sitting pretty regardless. Yeah. Nintendo, though, I heard... starting to hear rumors for the Switch 2. Nintendo's kind of in a good position right now, because I think out of everything, I feel like, cross-body. No, it's too early. Well, you gotta keep in mind that the Switch was Nintendo's PS5 Xbox Series X, because the Wii U was supposed to be their PS4. but because it sucked, they canceled it super early, and they released the Switch way ahead of the schedule of the other ones. So their Switch was kind of their PS5 and stuff, so they gotta jump ahead on all that stuff. Ooh, nice maneuver. I mean, keep in mind, the Switch was released, I think, in 2017, 2018. So it's already been like 5 to 6 years. That's typically the amount of time taken for a console generation to be next gen before it becomes current gen. So we're kind of getting close to that point, for them at least. Yeah, exactly. Like the Swanton there. Smith, of course, busted open. Oh, SS Flash. Ankle lock. Probably, in all honesty, I can't imagine not doing that. I don't know what system, I don't know what they could change to make it like that. SS Flash again.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, look at that! Smith gets the win. Alright, now the main event here. Looks like we're gonna have to see some repeat guys here. There's only like 2 matches left in this whole thing, in this whole bracket. Davis and Gridiron we have seen yet, but we haven't seen Dime yet, so I think we're just gonna have to go with Dime and Chalamet here. Yeah, we'll have to see on that, because I don't think, in terms of graphical power, I don't think the Switch is ever going to be on par with the rest of the systems, because it's meant to be portable. And you can't make a portable system as powerful as a console because it has to maintain a sense of smallness. While regular console, you don't really have to worry about portability that much, so you can have it be the size necessary. I mean, the Steam Deck kind of gets away with that stuff. The Steam Deck kind of proves you could do that, so you never know. But I don't know. It's going to be hard to tell what the next generation. Yeah, the Vita could have been big if they invested more in its game library, but its game library is kind of, it's not the best, in all honesty, especially at Diversity. It's very heavily favored toward JRPGs, which does have a great audience. Unfortunately, I'm not one of those. I fully believe that I think the PSP has a way better video game library, even though I don't think the system's as good as Vita. Oh yeah, they will. They will definitely. But, and that's the thing too, Nintendo... Oh yeah, I bet. I mean, because since Switch is kind of... Since Nintendo marches at their own drum, they it kind of creates kind of a favoritism for indie stuff compared to Xbox and PlayStation. Although, one big thing that has to prove with Nintendo is the user-friendliness of the online stuff, because their online stuff isn't nearly as intuitive as it should be. Especially compared to PlayStation and Xbox. Ooh, missed strike there. Yeah, I wish I had more Switch games, but that's the problem too. Video games cost so much money, and that's not a new problem. They've always been expensive, even back in the day, but it definitely feels like it more now. And I think a lot of it too is the fact that so much comes with the game. It's not just the price. It's having to wait for the add-ons. It's the download times. It's all this extra stuff that make it feel so much more taxing than it really needs to be. That'd be interesting to see. Call of Duty, man, Call of Duty, it's one of those franchises where, like, on paper, if you look at the game itself and the modes and everything, like, offline options, it's, like, set. It's, like, solid, but, man, like, there's so much in that game as well that just infuriate me as a video gamer. Frames per second. Might as well play an Atari game at that point. Oh, Shining Statement. Oh, Package Pile Driver. Which goes in 2013. Yeah, exactly. Oh, here comes Davis now. Gold Diamond, while they're current U.S. Tag Champions right now. Shalbane and Davis are actually the former U.S. Tag Champions, so that's kind of interesting to see. Yeah, those on Switch would work well. Both men are down. It probably does. That's Shalabay, actually. A lot of the guys there's some guys that are original creation, but there's a lot of guys that are based on like people in the Retro Sports Gamer Discord, either through their like requests and stuff. And it's funny with Shalby. Shalby's kind of a big mainstay with everything, but he hasn't been involved in anything in years. But it's just one of those things. In fact, one of the few things he did request was the gold pimp suit. So it's always fun. And the purple scarf right there. But yeah, I created pretty much like all the original stuff is definitely from me. And then anyone that's more any wrestlers that are real, I download models and I convert them into a system for like simming matches and running events, competitive events and stuff. Yeah, the Boondocks, that's a good show. Yeah, this has been a very competitive match here. Oh, Truth Teller, that's probably, yeah, that's it. Yeah, Shalby gets the win. Best match of the night, too. Alright, let's take a look at the standings here. Let's see where we're at right now. Let's see, in the A bracket, Slapshot and LJC are tied with 25. Each one of their last match in the bracket is against each other, so the winner of that will definitely take the seeding. William is in third. William is currently in second right now, and we got a big tie. Of course, if William maintains his pace, I mean, these guys below him aren't too far behind. Pilot name Sit Black. In the B bracket, Mason's leading with 22, but other guys are close behind, and Russ is right there. Sasha, if he plays his cards right, he could sneak in. We'll have to see. In the C bracket, tie between Kareem and Workhorse, 22. Smith not too far behind there. It's very close in that one. In the D bracket, Shalbe leading with 30. Educator is second with 25, and Davis third with 20. But the other two right there, we'll have to see. There's only one match left, and it's between I forgot who it was between. One match left in that bracket, and it's between Davis and Gridiron. So if Davis wins that, he'll tie with Educator. But if he loses that, where's Gridiron? Then we got our top three there. So that'll be interesting. And we'll see the results at the next event, which I do plan on doing tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, tomorrow will be, I plan on doing Yeah, I appreciate that, Rawson. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of been the big thing, because the thing with what I do is, with YWA and TWN, is it's kind of just do the fun. It's funny, because when I started doing this, it was just more on a fun whim. Like, when I started doing, like, it all started with, like, you know, I reviewed a couple Fire Pro Returns and Fire Pro Wrestling World, and I just thought, you know what, I'll do a little something, you know, little fun thing, and I created some of the Retro Sports Gamer guys, and did some stuff there. And I just spiraled from there, and I started, you know, doing, like, you know, run, you know, E-Fed stuff and all that. And it just kind of kept spiraling. And then the TWN stuff kind of stemmed from when I was reviewing the fire promoter mode in the game. I just thought, you know what, if I just find some guys and I could just run all the promotions through this game, and we can just compete based on match evaluations like fire promoter. And it kind of, that's where it spun off from there, and that's kind of where everything's kind of heading to. It's pretty much that. So So yeah, it's definitely been fun to do. I do enjoy doing it. Um, it's definitely something that thrives on participation. So sometimes the amount in the cool stuff that occurs is really based on how many people are able to full in on it, which is tough because we all live our own lives. We all have jobs. We can't be glued into stuff all the time, unfortunately. So there are times where there might be lapses in certain things in certain areas, but really the Fire Pro stuff, the wrestling stuff in general, even in other games outside of Fire Pro, that's always been a huge thing to kind of keep up. Because unlike the other sports stuff, the thing that makes wrestling work so much with community stuff is that it's very easy to do because the thing with other sports games is that everything's team centered. So if someone's gonna run a team or do something, you have to have like a gajillion guys set to go. But with wrestling games, it's a lot more easier to do that kind of stuff. So it makes it more friendly for community run stuff like I do and other people do as well. That I know of at least. And Fire Pro is the easiest game to do it in. Um, but yeah, I think. But yeah, that's kind of been the goal. I know. With season 6 coming up soon, I'm hoping to get a little bit. I think the biggest thing is I want to get it to a point where we got like to at least in the YWA sense where we have enough people participating where stuff can happen without through just people just chatting and whatever, because right now we're kind of in that spot where it's kind of the odd amount where there's enough people to do stuff, but it's not to the point where because you can only have people fight each other so often when it's the same 30-ish group of people and with same 6 to 8 guys and their CPU allies. Like there's only so many combinations you can do. Um, that's why it's going to become the minor league, because to help kind of push stuff and keep the wheels turning with a TWN association with it. But yeah, like I said, I do plan on streaming again tomorrow. It'll be this, another 10 matches of this. And it's going to be interesting to see how close we get to seeing like how things are going to line up for the tournament and how many like tiebreaker matches we'll have to do, because that'll determine like if we need to do another stream or something of like that. So we'll just have to see. But yeah, outside of all those things, that's going to do it for this stream here, guys. Thanks for watching. In case you guys wanted to chat with anyone at the Campy Company, you didn't want to use the YouTube comments section, we do have a couple options. First one is we have a Discord channel. You can find a link to that in the About page / About section of our channel. We also have a community tab in our channel as well. You can access that anywhere at any time. I did, Eli, I did. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the videos, and have a good day.